Hi guys, before you go spending $200, $300, or even $500 on an electric razor, please watch this video. We're going to talk about the best ones at different budgets for different skin types, sensitivities. We're going to talk about the difference between foil shavers and rotary shavers, and I'm going to make some recommendations to you in this video. If you're new here, my name is Adam Hurley, and this is my platform, Blueprint by Adam Hurley. I am a men's grooming journalist. I have written for outlets like GQ, Men's Journal, Men's Fitness, Robb Report, Forbes Vetted, Esquire, you name it. I've covered it for them. Thus, I am in the wonderful position of testing all the new razors as they come into the market and trying to figure out what's the best value, what's the best tech, what's the best type for this guy or for that guy. So let's get into that here. But before I begin, I ask you to please subscribe to the Blueprint by Adam Hurley YouTube channel. Give us a thumbs up on this video if you find it useful, and leave a comment down below if you have a favorite razor that you've tested and that you love. If you've tested any of the ones in this video, if you love them or hate them, let's just make that another place for recommendations independent of my own. We also have a Blueprint by Adam Hurley newsletter. You can subscribe to that for free at grooming.tips. I'll put the link down below as well. That's weekly. And you can follow us on our social media channels at Blueprint Grooming. Now remember, I receive almost every product for free as a journalist. It's not the same as being an influencer. Basically, I have to test as much as possible to make informed recommendations for you. So nothing here is paid for, nothing is sponsored. It is all just products I have received without my own money so that I can tell you how to spend yours, okay? I do think it's important to start by outlining the difference between foil shavers and rotary shavers. The easiest way to describe this is the difference in how they look. Foil shavers, they kind of look like that. They have these perforated screens with these oscillating blades underneath. And foil shavers, like this one, often have different features on the head. So these ones might shave stubble, these ones might lift longer hairs and cut them more like a trimmer. Foil shavers are generally best for guys who are shaving every single day, who need a really, really close shave, even more so than a rotary shave can provide them. Personally, I consider foil shavers efficient. That's the word that I associate with them. Rotary shavers, on the other hand, have these circular panel heads. This allows them to hug the contours of your face a little bit better as you move around. And they help to feed curly hair, stubborn stubble into those little holes so that you can shave and get a more even cut. So they are really good for guys with coarse hair, with curly hair, with odd growth patterns that are growing every which way on the face, patchy beards. They're also really good for guys with sensitive skin because they tend not to cut quite as close to the skin as a foil shaver. There are some exceptions, especially as the tech gets better, and we'll get into that in this video. Now, the newest rotaries might have different layers of razors too that are oscillating in different ways or have different holes that pick up the hair and lift the hair in different ways. It's all getting more and more advanced, but that is to your benefit. So typically, foil shavers are the agreed upon superior option just because they do tend to give guys a closer shave by design. Again, rotary shavers are catching up, and I do think that rotary shavers cast a wider net simply because they cover curly growth patterns, inconsistent growth patterns, sensitive skin. So I'm going to put a thing up on the screen now that outlines who I think each type of shaver is best for. You can just pause this here if you want to read it longer. This is a very, very generalized guide, so don't take it as gospel truth. I just think this is a really good guidepost for who should get what. Okay, now let's get into my picks in both categories. For each category, foil razors and rotary razors, I will choose a best overall, which is generally the best tech that there is right now. It does so happen that my best overall pick is also the most expensive, because it often is the best tech that is the most expensive. That said, I will pick a best value device in each category and a best portable travel device. Some of these things start to blend into each other. Some that are really good value are also really portable, but we'll cover those bases in each of these two categories of shaver. And then at the end, I will take the best overall foil shaver and the best overall rotary shaver, and I will choose a grand prize winner. What do they win? I guess I'll give them a blue ribbon award from Blueprint Grooming for the best grooming product of all time. So let's see who wins that coveted blue ribbon award at the end of this video. And there are links down below in the description for every product that we go over in this video. The first of those two candidates is the best overall foil shaver, and I'm going to give it to Braun. This is the Braun Series 9 Pro Shaver. The Braun shaver delivers a shave so close, so efficient. It has been my best on record in GQ, in Forbes, in Robb Report, anywhere I've been able to talk about razors for a while. Braun's Series 9 Pro has been the winner. I love the different lifting elements on its head. It doesn't go for a more is more approach. It goes for a really functional, thoughtful approach to those lifting and trimming and shaving devices up top. The pivoting head is great. You can lock it if you need to. You can let it loose and really let it hug the different contours of your skin. That's where it becomes really efficient and quick to do your shave with this thing. There is a trimmer on the back if you need to snip away at an errant hair or two. And you can feel and hear its auto sensors adjusting to your face, to your stubble in real time as you're going through the shave. When I say this one is efficient, it really is that I can get so much more in a single pass with this blade than any other device on this list. Even the next best foil shaver, even the best rotary shaver, this one is the fastest and the cleanest. Though it does have a 1 hour runtime, you can get a really good 5-minute quick charge out of it. Now, all of these devices have different accessories, so that changes the amount of money you're required to spend if you want the cleaning system, if you want a portable case, if you want any number of things that come with them. That said, with the Braun Series 9, I really urge you to get the power case that comes with it. You can charge up the case, which then serves as an extra battery itself. There is very little I can say wrong or poorly about this device. It is really, really wonderful. My best value foil shaver is twofold. It is the Arc 5 from Panasonic, as well as the recently launched Arc 5 Palm from Panasonic. It is a little funny to call this best value because it isn't necessarily as cheap as one of the other ones on this list of foil shavers that I will get into next. That said, there is an Arc 6 shaver on the market. And the Arc 6 being the most prestige shaver from Panasonic, its existence means that the Arc 5 instantly became significantly less expensive, to the tune of $100, $200 less expensive than it was before. This has been for a few years now. So the Arc 5, because it has such incredible performance with these 5 shaving elements on the top of its head, you get really good value for the muscle, for the closeness, for the assured, efficient results that it provides you. You can get these from anywhere between $150 to $300 right now, just depending on the accessories that come with it. And the reason I include the Arc 5 Palm in this conversation too, this one just launched in 2024, and it packs all of that muscle into this little brick, and it is so efficient, it is so travel friendly. It really could be my best portable or travel option on this list too. But just because of all the power you get, I do think that the price still justifies this being listed as the best value foil shaver, both of these two devices. Now, why isn't the Arc 6 my best on this list? Look, it's just sort of a matter of marketing for me. I don't think that we need more is more is more. And I might contradict myself when I get into the rotary game a little bit later, because they are finding ways to add more shaving and trimming elements onto the rotary heads. However, the size of the head on the rotary devices isn't changing, while the size on the foil devices is getting fatter and fatter and fatter, and it just makes for a less desirable user experience. So you don't need that many, which is why I have Braun in the top spot. They only have 2 foil shavers, a lifter, a trimmer. It feels much more thoughtful at the shaving head of the device, whereas with the Panasonic, it's still teetering on, do we need this many shaving elements on the Arc 5? Still, it's fantastic. And I kind of think that the Arc 5 Palm is even better than the Arc 5 original just by virtue of the product design and the compactness of it. So I guess I would say buy the Palm, but you can't go wrong buying the actual Arc 5 either. The Arc 5 Palm uses a USB-C charge. It takes 2 hours to juice it up. It lasts for about 50 minutes. And the Arc 5 Original is a 45-minute charge hold on a 1 hour charge time. And you can get a 5-minute quick charge from that. The Arc 5 Palm, you might get a 10-minute or 15-minute quick charge from juicing that one up. Now, the waterproofness is also important to note. The Arc 5 Original is waterproof. The Palm is merely just rinsable. Now, let's go into the best compact or travel foil shaver. Look, the Arc 5 Palm could also live here, so let that be said. That said, the Wahl Vanish is my pick for this category. This is the device I used on my own face right before filming this video. This one has really wide set foil shavers, just two on the head there, but they are layered and tiered, which makes it really easy to navigate different parts of your face. If you're going around the jawline, if you're just trying to hit the upper lip, the leveling there makes it really easy, and they flex to each side as well. This one has a lithium-ion battery. It goes over 100 minutes up to 2 hours. That really is the pro element and why a lot of barbers love it. Not to mention, it is in the $100 to $150 range typically right now, so you can save a lot of money compared to some of the other options on this list. Before we get into the best rotary shavers, I want to remind you to please subscribe to the Blueprint by Adam Hurley YouTube channel. Give a thumbs up on this video if you like it, if you want to see more. Leave a comment down below, your favorite shaver, your least favorite shaver, if you've tested anything on this list, what you think about them. Let us get into the best rotary shavers. Now, it only takes a quick scroll through Amazon to see that the rotary shaving game is dominated by one brand, and that's Philips Norelco. They constantly are releasing new innovations, new models on the rotary shaver. There are a few competitors, Remington. There's lots of bald-headed rotary shavers out there that are from various brands across Amazon, but you will largely find Philips Norelco owning the rotary conversation. So, full disclosure, all three of my picks in this category are from Philips Norelco. And that's just because it's their race and nobody else is holding a candle to what they're doing. Again, not sponsored, just matter of fact. I just put up a quick review of what I think is the best rotary shaver in the game right now. And again, it's from Philips Norelco. It is their brand new i9000 Prestige Ultra Shaver. This thing is believed and reported by the brand to give you the first ever sub-skin shave from a rotary device. They say that it shaves 0.08 millimeters, so almost 0.1 millimeters below the surface of your skin, because those three panels on top each have three blades on them, oscillating in different ways, lifting and cutting hairs in different ways, that by lifting all the stubble on your face and shaving it, once it goes back into place, it is technically below the surface of your skin. I've been using this device for the last couple of weeks since it came out, and I do think that for the first time ever, I can say that a rotary shaver is giving me the same proximity as a foil shaver, and as that Braun shaver that I love so much in the other category, and as a manual razor shave. So yeah, I couldn't not put this in the top spot. It is a fantastic device. I've had no issues so far with ingrowns or bumps. I have really disjointed growth patterns of facial hair, so that is something that I'm very mindful of when I shave. Now, I typically do use a rotary shaver when left to my own devices. So just because I love something from Braun or Wahl or Panasonic, if I'm just doing a full shave by myself for no specific reason, I'm not testing anything, I typically default to one of these Philips Norelco devices. And so the fact that I'm not getting ingrowns from this one, even though it's trimming below the surface of my skin, is telling me that maybe rotary is actually on par with foil shaving now. And maybe Philips Norelco has the best shaver in the game. But stick around to the end of this video. I will tell you if I think they win it over Braun. There are technically 72 different blades at work underneath here, which is insane. And you get a 1-to-1 charge to runtime ratio with this one, 60 minutes to 60 minutes. You get a 5-minute quick charge, easy peasy. And at the time of publishing this video, this one costs somewhere between $330 and $500. So it is an investment. Now that said, you don't have to spend $500 on a rotary razor. And the ones that are $500 here, they have different accessories and cleaning devices. So again, you don't have to go for the full investment. So if you are considering a rotary shaver from Philips Norelco, maybe just step down to level 2 to the 7000 series and you'll find something really fantastic, but not as expensive. In this case, we're looking at $150 to $200 depending on the accessories. It's the stats here that are lowering the costs and lowering the series level. You have 45 blades compared to the 72, so there's not as many cutting actions per minute. But that's to say, who needs 72 different blades on their rotary head? What I do appreciate about that really expensive Philips Norelco device is it's not changing the design of the head. It's not changing my user experience. So I am getting more, but it's not changing what I'm used to in navigating my face. It's already almost like a perfect triangular design with those 3 honeycomb panels. So you get that here, you have fewer razors. It's still a fantastic shaver, the 7000 series. You still get some great proximity. It is definitively and definitely not as close as the i9000 Prestige Ultra. You probably will have 5 o'clock shadow at the end of the day if you use this in the morning. Most guys won't care. So if you want best value, just take it to the Series 7000. You still get a 1-to-1 charge to runtime ratio. You can get a 5-minute quick charge out of it. It's still wet and dry usage. And lastly, for the best compact travel rotary razor, would you look at that? It's Philips Norelco. This is their compact shaver. It was also a recent launch. Now this one only has 2 panels on the head. So I do consider this one a travel or a detailing device. If you just need something in your DOP kit, maybe you're cleaning up your neckline because you keep a beard. Look, this one can be between $60 or $90 at the time of this video. Now, you're only getting 18 trimming blades total compared to the 45 from the 7000, compared to the 72 from the i9000 Prestige Ultra. But you're getting what you're paying for. It is a good budget, it is a good value, it is a compact shaver, and it is functional for specific guys who need it. I would not use this as my everyday shaver. It is not very efficient, but it is quite precise and it is quite friendly to the skin. I love the sleekness of the device itself. You can get about 2 months of runtime on this one just based on limited use that you might be needing it. It can give you a 5-minute quick charge if you just need a really fast juicing up. And it's rinsable. It's not fully waterproof, so don't be dunking it underwater to clean it out. All right, drum roll here. We have 2 devices going head to head for the best overall electric shaver. In one corner, we have the Braun Series 9 Pro, the foil winner, and in the other corner, we have the rotary winner, the Philips Norelco i9000 Prestige Ultra shaver. Who's the winner? Gentlemen, it is the Braun. Look, I adore both of these devices, and I do believe that Philips Norelco has finally closed that gap to give us a close enough shave compared to the foil option. But for me, it is the efficiency with which this Braun device cleans house, trims your face, lifts longer stubble, shaves stubble quickly, efficiently. It can move every which way, whether you need it to lock, whether you take that lock off and get the pivot head. That device is unmatched. Braun, congratulations. We're so proud of you. And one last time before I go, let's put up the prescription of who should get a foil razor versus who should get a rotary razor. Maybe you have sensitive skin or ingrown prone hairs, or you have really coarse, curly, patchy stubble. These are the different use cases that are the general best guidelines that I have to offer you in terms of what you should buy. So maybe match that with your budget if you want the best tech, if you're going to be traveling on the go, and match to the product pick that I prescribed in this video. That does it for me. Thank you for watching. Congratulations to Braun for winning a Blue Ribbon Award from Blueprint Grooming. And by the way, if you want to see the other winners of the Blue Ribbon Awards, just go to grooming.tips. And I also have the 10 best grooming products of all time as one of the first videos we launched on this channel. Those 10 products all won Blue Ribbon Awards out the gate. And yeah, there is a Philips Norelco trimmer in that lineup too. So, they've already won an award. They don't need this one. Take care, guys. Happy shaving.